Hello, welcome to today's video. It's the 3rd February 25 and it is 10:30 p.m. Yes, yesterday I failed to make a video because a woman threw me off my game. Hopefully that won't happen again. Starting with the learnings. Predicting ideas with a utility model. If you have an idea, it's worth registering a utility model in Germany. The German market is larger than the Austrian market and the cost is manageable. For your utility model, the costs are about by 60 euros. After registration of a utility model, you have a few years to extend the protection of other countries. So it's cheap to protect an idea, and yes, and you can do it very fast, and you have not the highest protection, like I don't know the word, like a patent, but you have a protection. So let's move on. Defining uniques in sales. When selling a product or service, is essential to identify a unique selling point, the USP. You need to be clear on why a customer should buy from you instead of the thousands of others competitors. And so you need to identify your unique selling point exactly and think about it. Why should the customer buy the product by you? Next point. Structured learnings instead of daily reports. Yeah, from now on I will list my learnings directly instead of describing my daily routine or what I do. Unless something interesting comes from it. So there I will talk about my learning when it's out of my daily routine, out of my daily work. Yes, next point, fractional shares and insolvency risk. When you invest in an ETF or buying stock, you often can buy a part of a share of fractional shares. These fractional shares may not be considered special assets, but instead become part of the broker insolvency estate. This is likely because only whole shares can you buy from the stock market, and when you buy fractional shares by Trade Republic or Scalable or the whole other neo brokers out there, they buy the shares and split it off and give it to the thousands of other investors. Then you get your fractional share. Yes. Yes, and this is the problem now. It's not your special asset, which is your property. Now it's the broker's insolvency estate when there is a problem, and now you should look about it. I think the share from Lindt, the chocolate, is about by 70,000 euros, and when you have there a half a fractional share and the broker have a problem, now it's in the insolvency estate, yeah, and this is not good. So it's a little risk, but why? Because normally fractional shares are not that amount of money, but it's a good thing when you know it. Next point. drop shipping and storage costs. When selling online, you should aim to avoid storage costs. The classic dropshipping model allows products to be shipped directly from the manufacturer to the customer who buy from you. The downside is the delivery times are often much longer. But yes, you don't have to avoid the storage, and you don't have to have to an advance payment, because only when a customer buys from you, you have the money, can give the money directly to the manufacturer, and the difference between the how the customer buys it and how you pay the manufacturer is your win. Yes. Equity, as the next point, equity requirements from real estate purchase. When buying real estate, you need around 10% of project price is need for additional costs like notary fees, agent commissions, land registration, and property transfer, yes, tax. Additional banks typically require another 10% in equity in the moment, because the regulatory is not so good for investors at the moment. So you need a lot more yes equity capital. So now you need another 10% for the bank, but you have to think about this. When you buy a home for 300,000 euros, then you need 10%. It's another, this 10% you don't get it from the bank. You have to pay it from yourself, from your equity capital. And yes, now you have 30,000 euros. And the problem is next there, when the bank values the house, the property at only 250,000. So, and you get only 90% of this 250,000 euros from the bank. And there you need 10% equity capital. So these are about 25,000 euros. You get 225,000 euros from the bank, but you also need again 50,000 euros to buy it, because the price of the house is by around 300,000 euros. So you have the 10% or 30,000 euros in additional costs, 25,000 euros what you need for the bank, showing you about by 55,000 euros, and now you need again 50,000 euros to buy it, because the bank values the home by only about 250,000 euros. Yeah, then the moment with this equity secured finance becomes difficult, because you need so much equity property. Yes. Yeah, this was today's videos and my learnings from the last days, and yeah, see you next time.